Jonathan, I'd like to ask you what holistic therapies means. So could you give us a little idea about the aspect of that?
Right. Holistic is encompassing the whole individual, and we look at physical issues, we look at emotional issues, we look at mental issues, and we also look at spiritual issues, because all of those components all are interacting with each other, all are very connected to each other. And for true healing to really happen, you have to examine things within our lives from all of those aspects. All too often, we have worked with our situations that are generally manifesting themselves as physical problems and work at it from a physical realm. And that only solves part of the picture, because there are emotional and mental components that are behind those physical issues. And with holistic therapy, we treat the whole individual.
And what types of therapies or practices do you try to utilize when you're taking this approach?
Well, I like to work with individuals and get them kind of grounded in the moment, bring them into the moment, into the session, away from all of the issues and hullabaloo of their days. So we bring them in, get them very grounded, get them very centered. And then we examine what the issues may be, and we'll examine them again from those 4 levels. And then oftentimes we will work with doing some light meditation, light trance work. You could think of it as a bit of hypnosis. But what we do is we get you sort of in touch with the deeper aspects of the problem or issue, deeper than the physical, maybe even deeper than the emotional. And we look at things from a spiritual perspective, because we're all spiritual beings, and we're all connected, and we're all energy, and all these play a part in not only the issues that we have, but also in our healing. And some of the other techniques that I like to use are EFT, which is Emotional Freedom Technique, which is a series of tapping meridian points throughout the body as a release mechanism for our issues. And sometimes even just with the light meditation and light trance, those answers to our issues come forth. Because again, all of our answers to all of our questions are found from within. And I like to think of myself as a guide, helping to kind of guide you to finding your own answers, because that is where you take your empowerment back and take charge of your own life for the health, the healing, and to pursue your life purpose.
Okay. With the therapy and other things that are evolving in your life, where do you see yourself going with this?
Well, I'm really a very firm believer in the aspects of energy and the multiple forms of energy that we as humans have available to us to experience and explore healing, whether that includes sound, whether that includes magnetic healing, quantum type work. The possibilities seem to be endless, and we're just exploring those more and more, it seems, every day. So for me, I'd like to be able to explore that a little bit more, so that what I have to offer to my clients is a much more rounded approach, and also it's multifaceted. I think that's the excitement about what I do as it is right now, is the ability to help individuals, but to help from different approaches, not necessarily try and make their situation fit some sort of a matrix. Everybody's individualistic, everybody's unique, and I look at that as a way of helping people is through the variety of methods.
Jonathan, what do you see about this community that's interesting to you?
What's interesting, I think, about this community is that it seems as if a little bit more and a little bit more, the community is starting to, in a sense, wake up and recognize that there are alternative ways to healing. which is really fascinating and which is really energizing in a way, because people are sometimes they get themselves into a situation and they're just saying, "Gosh, this just doesn't seem right. This just doesn't seem to be working out. I've tried all these other modalities and they just don't seem to be working for me." So I think it's nice to see that people are beginning to open themselves up a little bit more to some additional possibilities. And I think through the holistic therapy, again, with what I help to teach and what I help to instill and educate within my clients, is that they can empower themselves. They now have tools where they can actively work on themselves in their own time for the rest of their lives, in essence, because it's part of our return to our spiritual path is as we not only get physically healthy, but we also get emotionally healthy, mentally healthy, spiritually healthy. That's going to be a lifelong process. And I think people are beginning to start waking up to that because that's really where they are, that's where their true self really is.
What I wanted to say last was thank you very much for sharing your time with us today, Jonathan. And if anyone in the community would like to get a hold of Jonathan, please go to his profile and his contact information is there. So again, thank you very much, Jonathan.
Thank you, Dave.